So I'm reading this email, and this lady is telling me about her nanny. The title of the email is "The Worst Nanny in the World." NannyQ, I think I hired one of the worst nannies in the world. On paper, she looks amazing. I called all of her references. We made sure to pay her great money. I even looked over the interview questions that you told me to go over. Everything was going good until we asked her to do it overnight. Her first overnight, I asked her if she had pajamas or would she like for me to leave some in the guest room for her. She said she had pajamas and she was okay. She thought we were gone and came out of her room with just a tank top on that barely covered her butt. We were still at the house and were not scheduled to leave until 6 that morning, and she knew that. She was bent over in the refrigerator with all of her business out, and my husband so happened to see it, and he ran in the room to tell me. When I walked back in the kitchen, she was still bent over like she was finding something. I cleared my throat, and she said, "Oh, I thought you guys were gone." When I told her I didn't understand how she thought we were gone, we were not supposed to leave until the morning, she told me she apologized and that'll never happen again. Fast forward, we had a pool party for our 3-year-old birthday. She came to the pool in a thong bikini, a big hat, and a beach bag as if she wasn't going to be working. And she knew that she was getting paid to be the lifeguard for the kids. She sat on the diving board the whole time, taking pictures, moving her hair back and forth as if she was on a modeling gig. My friends felt disrespected because a lot of their husbands was looking at her. When I brought it up to her, she said that is not her concern because the husband should have been paying attention to their wives and their kids and not her making sure that she had fun at the pool. NannyQ, she even went so far as to leave the door cracked while she was pleasing herself. The kids were down for the night, and my husband said that he was doing a walkthrough around the house to make sure all the doors were locked. I was out of town on business. He said he heard moaning and groaning, and he didn't know what it was. When he went downstairs, he went by the door, and she was laying in the bed pleasing herself. The door was cracked enough that you could see what somebody was doing. He said he walked out. I even looked at the camera to see how long he stood there. He saw what she was doing, walked off, and shook his head. He's asking me to fire her because he said he doesn't feel comfortable and he thinks she's trying to set him up so he can lose his livelihood. I told him I don't think it's that serious, but do you think I'll be wrong if I gave her 2 weeks notice and tell her things just didn't work out the way I thought they would? Personally, no. I don't think you'll be wrong at all. Because even as a nanny, you know what's right and wrong. When I do overnights at my client's house, I got a muumuu that I wear. If not, I wear some pajamas. Like, I got real pajamas that I wear. And I take them with me when I do overnights. When I go to the pool with my babies, I always wear one piece. And I can wear a two-piece now. But I still don't do that because I'm still working a nice little round babies. And I ain't doing no me time when I'm on the clock. Baby, girl, you do way too much. That's no. But no, let it go. Let it go. Because what I've learned is that some nannies be looking for a come up. Like I was reading this email from this other lady. Matter of fact, NannyQ, here's the nanny gossip for my neighborhood for the week. One of the new nannies had slept with 6 other fathers in the neighborhood. It's to the point that anytime the moms see her outside on a walk with the nanny baby, they close their blinds. She's known around the neighborhood as the nanny whore. NannyQ, it started out with her sleeping with her client's husband, and her client didn't mind because they had an open marriage. It went on to her sleeping with another neighbor's husband. She's also been sleeping with the 2 guys who live 2 streets over, and my understanding is that she's been messing with the pool and the landscape artist. She says she's free and having fun, and she doesn't have to She doesn't care what anybody says, or she doesn't care about being judged, because this is her life and she can do what she wants. She says she always asks the wives if it's okay to sleep with their husbands before she sleeps with them. Even one of the neighbors said that she overheard her talking to the neighbor's wife and said, yeah, your husband told me that you were okay with me and him getting down, but before I get down with him, I wanted to know, are you a watcher or not? The neighbor said she ran in the house because she couldn't understand why somebody would be so open to such a lust demon. My neighbor said that she knows that she's a lust demon because she could see it in her eyes. My client that I work for told me that she's not allowed to come over for play dates, and if she says she wants to come over for a play date, to make sure that I put salt outside the door. I put salt outside the door, and I make sure that she doesn't walk around the house by herself. There's something off about that girl, NannyQ. And I'm noticing now that a lot of people will use their body to get what they want. She does drive a brand new car. And she also has the latest outfits on when we see her at the park. But she's still a nanny. It happens a lot.